Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala. Then we continue in Sharh al-Arba'īn al-Nawawiyyah. We begin after many long days. After finishing Thalathatul Usul in 35 classes, we begin with Al-Arba'īn al-Nawawiyyah, the 40 hadith of An-Nawawi. And this, as we said, these classes took place originally in 1432, which is 8 years ago. Right? 1432, 8 years ago, took place in the Prophet's Masjid. As always, these are lectures. These are transcriptions of lectures. So there may be some incoherence or repetition that you would find inside speech that you wouldn't necessarily find inside of writing or authoring. So therefore, we have to bear that in mind, as well as we have to bear in mind that someone typed and they could have made a mistake in their hearing or in their typing. So there could be mistakes in here that are not going to appear in a regular book. Inshallah, when we finish this, then we'll go to real books that have been printed and edited for printing and so on and so forth. So we'll have a more congruent thought maybe. This book, as we can see up here in the corner, is 135 pages. 3 of those pages are the table of contents. So 132 pages is a little over double what we did before in Thalathatul Usul. So I imagine it's going to take us around 70 to 80 classes to finish this book. Allahu Akbar. طيب. He says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Muqaddima. That's a kasra on there. Muqaddima. Muqaddima is the introduction. From, as we said before, qaddama yuqaddimu, to put something forward, to present something. And inside of the muqaddima, the mashayikh put what they're going to talk about in this book. So he says, and we're going to try to finish this page today, inshallah, this page and the next. Right? Inshallah. He says, هذا المتن. هذا, what is it? An ism, fi'l, or a harf? Abdullah, you got a lot of feedback today.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. What about that?
I don't know. Let me hear. No, I don't have it now. اسم فعل حرف هذا. هذا حرف.
Yeah. This.
It's a particle or is a noun? Is this a noun or a?
Oh, it's a noun.
Okay, ism.
What is it?
هذا is an ism. So therefore, this is a nominal sentence. Right? This is a nominal sentence. A nominal sentence is made up of what?
I forget what you call it, Mubtada and something else.
A mubtada and a khabar, right?
Cover.
Mubtada and a khabar, right? So هذا is our mubtada. Al-matnu, and the mubtada is marfu'. Al-matan is a badal for هذا, right? So it's going to be marfu' like its thing that is replacing. هذا المتن مشهور. مشهور. That's a tanween there. I don't know why it's not writing it. مشهور. This matan, this text, al-matan, like the word متون, طالب العلم. هذا المتن مشهور. مبتدا. مشهور is your khabar. This text is mashhur. Mashhur from sheen ha ra, meaning to be well known, famous. Mashhur, right? هذا المتن مشهور بالأربعين النووية. Put a kasra on the ta marbuta if you were to continue, because it is an adjective of Arba'īn, and Arba'īn, which was originally al-Arba'un, became al-Arba'īn after the ba, majroor. Al-Arba'īn, majroor with a ya, al-Nawawiyyah. It's famous as the 40 hadith of al-Nawawi, or al-Nawawi's 40 hadith, or however you want to word it. وَالنَّوَوِيُّ rahimahullah. And there's a shadda on there. An-Nawawiyyah, and it's permissible, even though it's not written here, it's permissible to pronounce his name Nawawi. Nawawi. But here, he has it written An-Nawawi. وَالنَّوَوِيُّ rahimahullah wada'a. Wada'a. اثنين. اثنين, right? اثنين وأربعين حديثا. He placed, huh?
اثنين.
Naam, you're right. Asif akhi, jazakallah khairan. When I said it, I knew it was wrong, but something kept me. اثنين. اثنين. نعم اثنين. جزاك الله خيرا. مجرور with the ya. اثنين وأربعين حديثا. Hadithan is mansoob here because it is the tamyiz. It's called tamyiz. It is distinguishing what it is. Tamyiz means to distinguish. Like when a child reaches the age of tamyiz, when he reaches the age of distinguishing right from wrong, or discernment, right? Hadithan meaning 42 what? Ithnaini wa arba'ina what? Hadithan. Hadithan. Ishtarata. Ishtarata. With a sukoon on the sheen. Ishtarata. From sheen ra ta. Sheen ra ta. Ishtarata, meaning to make a condition. Ishtarata, he made a condition, right? He made it a condition, basically, upon himself. Fiha, in it. An takuna, mansoob after an. An takuna al-ahadithu, because it is the ismu kana. Hadithu, ismu kana is marfu'. That its hadith would be takuna, because a hadith is a non-intellectual plural. So we talk about it feminine singular. And takuna al-ahadithu allati, that its hadith which, allati which, عليها عليها مدار الدين. Here's your خبر كان. مدار الدين. Madar from the root dal waw ra. Right? Madar. Meaning to go around, to circle. Madar ad-Din, meaning those things which the deen revolves around these hadith. So, for instance, the hadith of the miswak, for example, right? The religion doesn't revolve around the miswak, although the miswak's important, but it doesn't revolve around the miswak. Right? There are certain hadith that the deen revolves around them. So, ishtarata fiha. He made a condition in these 42 hadith, and takun al-ahadithu, that the hadith allati alayha madar ad-din, that the hadith are going to be in regarding the hadith which the deen revolves around them. يعني usul ad-din, meaning usul ad-din. And you could put a dhamma here on usulu, right, as if it's a new phrase, or you could put a fatha because it is basically a badal for madar ad-din, this or that. Wa ata, and he came, ata yati, al-hafidhu, right, ibnu Rajabin, Ibn Rajab came, al-Hafidh came. He's called al-Hafidh because he memorized the amount of hadith that he memorized, right? Not because he memorized the Quran, because he memorized a great number of hadith. وَآتَ الْحَافِظُ ibn Rajabin, and Ibn Rajab, al-Hafidh Ibn Rajab came, rahimahullah. وَاسْتَدْرَكَ وَاسْتَدْرَكَ from dal ra kaf, but here is stadraka form 10, meaning to make amendments or corrections, right? Al-Hakim has a book, rahimahullah, called Al-Mustadrak, in which he attempted to make corrections in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. He attempted to say these hadith in Bukhari and Muslim that are in there, some of them they don't belong, and these hadith which they didn't put in there, they should have put in there. So he went to make some amendments and corrections. So istadraka, basically he followed up alayhi. Wa ata al-Hafidh ibn Rajab rahimahullah wastadraka alayhi ثمانية أحاديث ثمانية أحاديث 8 hadith. He followed it up with 8 hadith. فكانت زيادة, because ziyada is the ismu kana, so it has a dhamma there. فزيادة, trying to make it where it's clear, but for some reason when I got the recording going on and I have the Facebook and everything, my computer, it's very touchy. فكانت زيادة ابن رجب, right, مضاف إليه, ibni, the additions, ziyada, from Zay Waw Dal or Zay Aleph Dal, but look it up, Zay Waw Dal. The Zad, the Ziyada, the additions of Ibn Rajab, Ma'a Nawawi, and you could put a kasr there, ma Nawawiyyah, but we're not going to pronounce it really. With a Nawawi, khamsina hadithan. Khamsina hadithan. So it turned into 50 hadith. The additions, along with what a Nawawi wrote, khamsina hadithan, 50 hadith. وكلها شاملة لأمور الدين, and all of them are comprehensive in the affairs of the religion, meaning all of them are in the madar ad-din. Any questions?
I think it's ثمانية أحاديث.
Because it is ممنوع من الصرف, صح? جزاك الله خيرا. أحاديث. Why do we know it's ممنوع من الصرف, Ya Suhaib? Because
it's on the pattern of
no. Go ahead.
أفعلاء.
أفعلاء. Well, also anytime. For instance, like masajidu.
مفاعل.
Right? We see here, what do we see? After our long vowel here, which was added, this alif, we see two letters. Right? We see two letters. So after, well, here we don't necessarily see that. Right? You're right. Anyway, that would be a sign of it being mamnu min as-sarf. You're right. Anyway, ahadith, Allahu alam. No. Are you positive? Ahaditha. No. You're right. Ahaditha. 8 hadith. فكانت زيادة ابن رجب مع نووي 50 حديثا. There's 50 hadith. No. 2 letters after.
Letters after long vowel also makes it mamnu min as-sarf.
No, but here it's a different one because there's not 2 letters, it's 3.
3 letters also make mamnu min as-sarf.
Right. Jazakumullahu khairan. So, وَكُلُّهَا شَامِلَةٌ, and all of them are comprehensive. We had this word a couple times recently. Shamil. Right? شَامِلَةٌ لِأُمُورِ الدِّينِ. No. So, Al-Arba'ūn An-Nawawiyyah, the 40 of An-Nawawi, right? And it's not mudaf ilayh here. An-Nawawi here is an adjective to Al-Arba'ūn. That's why we have a dhamma on the ta marbuta. There's nothing in front of it to make it Al-Arba'īn. Usually, even if on the front of a book you see Al-Arba'īn An-Nawawiyyah, is like that because it'll say Kitab Al-Arba'īn An-Nawawiyyah, like the book of. Even if it doesn't have the word Kitab, then it will be as if it's there. Right? If it's Kitab Al-Arba'īn An-Nawawiyyah. So it'll be majroor like it's mudaf ilayh. But if it's by itself, Al-Arba'ūn An-Nawawiyyah. Laha, it has muqaddimatun. It has an introduction. وضعها المصنف. Right? Al-Musannifu with a sukoon, a shadda and a kasra on a noon. Musannifu, wada'aha, he placed it. The musannif, he placed it. The author. We had this word before, musannif. The musannif, he placed it. Right? Lakin, but, or however, lituliha li. Li here is a ta'lil, lam ta'lil, due to the tuliha, its length, tul, like tawil. Due to its length, li tuliha, la tuhfaz, la tuhfaz. It's not memorized. La tuhfaz. It's not memorized. Wa wada'a, and he placed fi akhiriha, in its end of, at the end of it, sharhan, he placed what? He placed a sharh, an explanation. That's why it's mansoob, maf'ulun bih. Li gharibiha, li gharibiha. He placed a explanation, a sharh, li gharibiha. Gharib from ghain ra ba. Here meaning it's strange ones, but what do we mean? It's strange words. Those words which maybe not every Arab is familiar with. Right? Maybe not every Arab might not be familiar with some of the words inside of these ahadith. So he placed at the end an explanation of those words. وَكَذَلِكَ لَا تُحْفَظ. And likewise, it is not memorized. La tuhfaz. The same as here. فَدَأَبَ. Da'aba. Da'aba. You would look it up just like that right there. Right? Da'aba. Yad'abu. Meaning to persist. Right? Or to be in the habit of. Right? To persist or to make a habit. Right? فَدَأَبَ بَعْدُ. Ba'du is your file here. Your doer. Some. Ahli majroor after the word ba'd. Right? Ahl al-ilmi. Some of the people of knowledge persisted or made it a habit. Ala wad'i سكون on that dad. Wad'i al-ahaditha, because it is the wad'i al-ahadithi. No, let me see. No, wad'i al-ahadithi here is majroor. Correct, Suhaib? It's majroor with a kasra because the alif lam was entered onto it. Something which is mamnu min as-sarf, when you enter the alif lam onto it, then it can accept the sarf. It can accept the kasra for majroor. Right? Ala wad'i. فَدَأَبَ بَعْدُ أَهْلِ الْعِلْمِ عَلَى وَدْعِ الْأَحَادِيثِ. So some of the people of knowledge persisted or made it a habit to place the placement of the hadith allati which tuhfadhu, same as up above, tuhfadhu, which is majhul, passive, they're memorized. Fahasbu. Fahasbu means like faqat. It means like faqat, only. So فَدَأَبَ بَعْدُ أَهْلِ الْعِلْمِ عَلَى وَدْءِ الْأَحَادِيثِ الَّتِي تُحْفَظْ فَحَسْبُ. Then they made it a habit of placing the placement of the hadith which are memorized only. Meaning, even though a Nawawi has a muqaddimah to the book, and even though he has a sharh to the strange words at the end of the book. And this is Nawawiyyah's words, but they're not memorized because of their length. Then some of the people of knowledge دأب بعض الأهل العلم على ود الحديث التي تحفظ فحسب. Any questions?
لا.
طيب. وأول حديث and the first hadith صدره المصنف. صدر from صاد دال را form 2 here, meaning to begin with. صدر, to begin with, like the word sadr is your chest. When you pray, you put your right hand on your left hand over your sadr, your chest. Saddara, meaning he, and your chest is what you begin with when you walk. When you go somewhere, you put your chest forward. So you can see the connection. Saddarahu al-musannifu. He began the first hadith that the author began with. Huwa hadithu Umara. Hadithu Umara, the hadith of Umar, and Umar is mamnu min as-sarf, so it's majroor with a fatha. The hadith of Umar ibn is a badal for Umar, but ibn takes the sarf, so we can say kasra. Umar ibn al-Khattabi, because Khattab is mudaf ilay to ibn. Umar, the son of al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. وهذا الحديث هذا is our mubtada. Al-hadith is the badal, but it takes the, it's not mabni, so you can see the sign of raf. وهذا الحديث رواه البخاري. He's the file here. He narrated. He's the one who did the rawa. He's the one that did the rawa. Wa Muslimun, and Muslim with a tanween. Wa Abu Dawuda, and the father of Dawood. Abu is marfu with a wow here, because it's from the Asma al-Khamsa. Dawood is majroor, but it's mamnu min as-sarf, so it's majroor with a fatha. Wa Tirmidhi, and a Tirmidhi. Wa Nasa'i, Nasa, not Nisa, Nasa'i, and Nasa'i. Wa Ibnu, why? Wa Ibnu, because it is the file. Ibn is the file, the son of Majah. Ibn Majah has a sukoon on that ha. There is no, it's mebni ala sukoon. Majah is mebni ala sukoon. That's the word. There is not an Arabic word, and that's how it is. Majah. Right? It's not Majahu, Majaha, Majahi. It's always Ibn Majah. It's going to always be on that sukoon. So this hadith, right? أول حديث صدره المصنف وهو حديث عمر بن الخطاب. هذا حديث رواه البخاري والمسلم وأبو داود والترمذي والنسائي وابن ماجه والإمام أحمد. And Imam Ahmed. Al-Imam marfu because it's the file. Ahmadu is a badal for, I could say and Ahmed, or I could say and Al-Imam, if you know who I'm talking about when I say Al-Imam. وهذا الحديث أصل. This hadith is a foundation. من أصول الدين. من أصول الدين. من أصول هذا الدين. It is a foundation from the foundations, like ثلاثة أصول, a principle from the principles of this religion. هذا here is مجرور because it is مضاف إليه to أصول, but الدين is a badal for it. So we can see the sign there. Let's stop there for a second and read so we can move on. That's a lot of text there, inshallah. So hey, begin please.
مقدمة. هذا المتن مشهور بالأربعين النووية، والنووي رحمه الله وضع 42 حديثا اشترط فيها أن تكون الأحاديث التي عليها مدار الدين، يعني أصول الدين. وأتى الحافظ ابن رجب رحمه الله واستدرك عليه 8 أحاديث، فكانت زيادة ابن رجب مع النووي 50 حديثا، وكلها شاملة لأمور الدين. والأربعون النووية لها مقدمة وضعها المصنف، لكن لطولها لا تحفظ، ووضع في آخرها شرحا لغريبها، وكذلك لا تحفظ. فذهب بعض أهل العلم على وضع الأحاديث التي تحفظ فحسب. وأول حديث صدره المصنف وهو حديث عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله تعالى عنه، وهذا الحديث رواه البخاري ومسلم وأبو داود والترمذي والنسائي وابن ماجه والإمام أحمد. وهذا الحديث أصل من أصول هذا الدين، وهو إصلاح النية لله سبحانه وتعالى.
We stopped already, ya Suhaib.
Sorry.
We stopped, no problem. Yalla Abdullah.
مقدمة. هذا
مقدمة. ها؟
مقدمة. هذا المتن مشهور بالأربعين النووي، والنووي رحمه الله وضع 42 حديثا اشترط فيها أن تكون الأحاديث التي عليها مدار الدين، يعني أصول الدين. وأتى الحافظ ابن رجب رحمه الله واستدرك عليه 8 أحاديث، فكانت زيادة ابن رجب مع النووي 50 حديثا، وكلها شاملة لأمور الدين. والأربعون نووية لها مقدمة ودعها مذاها
المصنف. نعم.
مصنف، لكن لطولها
نعم
لا
تحفظ.
وودأ
نعم. You said it right. Go ahead.
وودأ آخرها فآخرها شرحا لغير بها
غريبها.
غريبها
نعم.
وكذلك لا تخفى فقد أبى بعض أهل العلم على وضع الأحاديث التي تثبت فحسب وأول حديث
صدره. not تاء مربوطة.
صدره مصنف هو حديث عمر ابن الخطاب رضي الله عنه. وهذا الحديث رواه البخاري ومسلم وأبو داود والترمذي والنسائي وابن ماجه والإمام أحمد. وهذا الحديث أصل من أصول حديث هذا الدين.
نعم.
وهو
لا.
Okay,
Suhaib. MashaAllah. You got something you want to say, Suhaib? You had your hand up like a raised hand or something.
I pressed it mistakenly.
No problem. أبو سمية تفضل.
مقدمة. هذا متن مشهور بالأربعين نووية. والنووي رحمه الله وضع 42 حديثا اشترط فيها أن تكون الأحاديث التي عليها مدار الدين، يعني أصول الدين. وأتى الحفيظ ابن رجب رحمه الله واستدرك عليه 8 أحاديث. فكانت زيادة ابن رجب مع النووي 50 حديثا، وكلها شاملة لأمور الدين. والأربعون النووية لها مقدمة وضعها المصنف، لكن لطولها لا توقف، فوضع في آخرها شرحا لغريبها، وكذلك لا توقف. فذهب بعض أهل العلم على وضع الأحاديث التي تحفظ فأسبه. وأول الحديث صدره المصنف هو حديث عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه. وهذا الحديث رواه البخاري ومسلم وابن داود والترمذي والنسائي وابن ماجه والإمام أحمد. وهذا الحديث أصل من أصول هذا الدين.
نعم. Ya Hamad, New York. You want to read?
Islam.
Alaikum salam.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. مقدمة. Can you hear me?
نعم.
مقدمة. هذا متن مشهور بالأربعين النووية. النووي رحمه الله وضع 42 حديثا اشترطوا فيها أن تكون الأحاديث التي عليها مدار الدين يعني أصول. وأتى حافظ ابن رجب رحمه الله واستدرك عليه 8 أحاديث، فكانت زيادة ابن رجب مع النووي 50 حديثا، وكلها شاملة أمور الدين. والأربعون نووية لها مقدمة وضع مصنف، لكن لطولها لا تحفظ لا تحفظ، ووضع في آخرها شرحا لغريبها، وكذلك لا تحفظ فدأب بعض أهل العلم على وضع أحاديث التي تحفظ فاحسبوا. وأول حديث صدره المصنف هو حديث عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه، وهذا حديث وراه بخاري وأبو داود والترمذي والنسائي وابن ماجه الإمام أحمد، وهذا حديث الأصول من أصول هذا الدين.
نعم. Pay attention to this word, tuhfaz. Tuhfaz with a fatha on the fa. Okay? Tuhfadu. He says, continuing, وهو إصلاح النية. إصلاح النية, the islah of the niyyah, the correcting and the rectifying of the intention, lillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Allah, glorified is He the Most High. This hadith of Umar radiallahu anhu, who is a hadith dealing with islahu niyyati, the rectification of the niyyah, lillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Allah, glorified is He the Most High. وَجَعَلَ بَعْدُ الْعُلَمَاءِ, جَعَلَ بَعْدُ, because that's the file. Some of the ulama, majrur, some of the scholars, they made هذا الحديث mansub here. Why? هذا is mansub. What did they make? They made هذا. Al-hadith is a badal for هذا. So we can see the sign of the nasb. وَجَعَلَ بَعْدُ الْعُلَمَاءِ هَذَا الْحَدِيثَ. They made this hadith, and ja'ala is a verb which has two masdars normally. I mean two maf'ulun, not two masdars. Two maf'ulun bihis normally. I saw musaddir and said masdar, right? Musaddaran. He made, some of the scholars, they made this hadith musaddaran. They made it fi awwali kutabihim, في أول كتبهم. Right? In the beginning of their books. مصدرا, just like the verb صدر. يصدر, to be the beginning. Right? صدره النووي. He began his book. المصنف. صدره المصنف. He began his book with it. Right? مصدرا, here being a beginning. Like the first hadith. وجعل بعض العلماء هذا الحديث مصدرا. It is mansub because it is the hal. How did they make this hadith? They made it the musaddar. They made it the beginning. في أول كتبهم, in the beginning of their books. In the beginning, al-awwal, in the first of their books. We say the beginning in English. Then he says, فَإِمَاءً مِنْهُمْ. Fa, and then we have ima. Ima means, it comes from waw, ma, waw, mim, alif. Waw, mim, alif. That's how you look it up. Right? Ima, and here's like to make a gesture. To make, like if you make a gesture of kindness. Ima'an. But ima'an, so it's a gesture, right? Minhum bi ahamiyati islah niyya lillahi. Bi ahamiyya, bi ahamiyya, bi ahamiyati, bi ahamiyati. For the importance of islah, this is majroor after the ba. Islah is majroor after the connection. And niyya is mudaf ilayh. This is mudaf ilayh and this is mudaf ilayh. Bi ahamiyati islah niyya lillahi. This is a gesture from them, minhum, of the importance of the rectification of the intention lillah. Right? Sawa'an, sawa'an meaning regardless or whether. Fi talabi al-ilm, whether that is in regardless or whether that is in seeking knowledge. Talab al-ilmi أو غيره أو غيره, or other than it. You have to have your niyyah correct, whether it's in طلب العلم أو غيره. فالبخاري, so Bukhari, أول حديث, the first hadith, وضعه في صحيحه, the first hadith which he placed in his Sahih, Hadithu Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu. The first hadith is the hadith of Umar. Umar being majroor with a fatha. Ibn al-Khattab. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. All actions are according to intentions. والحافظ المقدسي, and al-Hafiz al-Maqdisi. Al-Maqdisi is a name which shows that he is from Al-Quds in Palestine, Jerusalem. Al-Quds is Jerusalem. So Al-Maqdisi means he's from Palestine. Right? He's from Al-Quds, Jerusalem. Al-Hafidhu Al-Maqdisiyu rahimahullah fi Umdat al-Ahkam. Umdat al-Ahkam is a book of fiqh, like Bulugh al-Maram. Like Bulugh al-Maram. And as a side note, he has two of them. Umdat al-Ahkam as-Sughra wal-kubra. The small one and the big one. The small one has around 400 hadith. The big one has close to 900. Right? They're very similar to Bulugh al-Maram. Al-Hafiz al-Maqdisi rahimahullah fi Umdat al-Ahkam, in the book Umdat al-Ahkam, awwalu hadithin, the first hadith, wada'ahu, he placed hadha al-hadith. Wada'ahu hadha al-hadith. What did he place? This hadith. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. وكذا, which is just like كذلك. وكذا النووي هنا, and likewise النووي هنا, here. أول حديث إنما الأعمال بالنيات. This hadith, verily all the actions are by intentions. Bel, rather, hatta qala, until some of them, or until, ba'duhum, qala ba'duhum, some of them said, ba'duhum, some of them said, yanbaghi, meaning it is, and we talked about this word before, Yambaghi in Nawaqid al-Islam, we spoke about it. Yambaghi, meaning it is befitting. It is befitting. Some of the scholars of the past said Yambaghi means obligatory. And if they said La Yambaghi, means it's haram. Right? Yambaghi would mean obligatory. La Yambaghi would be haram, according to some of their speech. You'd have to learn if that's what he means in order to understand his book properly. Bal hatta qala ba'duhum, until some of them said, Yambaghi li kulli musannifin, it's obligatory, or it's befitting, it's incumbent, he should, every musannif, upon every author, an yada'a, to place هذا الحديث, this hadith, object of the verb, so it's mansub, to place this hadith في صدر مصنفه with a fatha on that noon now. Musannif with a kasra is the author. Musannaf is what he authors. Musannafihi, in the beginning of his writings, or author, things that he's authoring. فَالْعَبْدُ, so the slave or the servant. إِذَا أَصْلَحَ, form 4 from Sin Lam, that's a sukoon. أَصْلَحَ, niyata, if he has corrected his niyah, if he has rectified the intention. Rectified what? The niyah, the intention. Lillah Azza wa Jal, fi kulli ibadatin, in every act of worship. So the slave, if he rectifies the intention for Allah Azza wa Jal in every act of worship, yatada'afu, from Dad, Ain, Fa, here meaning to multiply, right? To multiply. Ath-thawab. Yatada'afu ath-thawabu. The rewards are multiplied. The rewards are multiplied. Yatada'afu ath-thawabu. Right? وَقَالَ subhanahu, and he said, the Most High, Wallahu yudaifu liman yasha. I'm just going to go down and let you see that, and then we'll go back up. And we'll probably finish there, inshallah. Wallahu yudaifu, he multiplies, liman, for whoever, yasha, he wills. Yasha'u, sha'a, yasha'u. Allah multiplies for whoever he wills. Any questions? Trying to figure out where, oh, we stopped here. Give me a second here. That's where we stopped at, right? No. If there comes a question while you're reading or something, just ask, no problem. Yalla, Abdullah.
هو إصلاح النيات لله سبحانه وتعالى وجعل بعض العلماء هذا الحديث مصدرا في أول كتبهم.
نعم.
فإيماء منهم بأهمية إصلاح النية لله سواء في طلب العلم أو غيره. فالبخاري أو حديثا ودعه في صحيحه حديث عمر ابن الخطاب رضي الله عنه إنما الأعمال بالنيات والحافظ المقدسي
المقدسي نعم.
مقدسي رحمه الله في عمدة الأحكام أول حديث ودعه هذا الحديث إنما الأعمال بالنيات وكفى النووي هنا أول حديث إنما الأعمال بالنيات بل حتى قل بعده ينبغي لكل مصنف أن يضع هذا الحديث في صدر مصنفه. فالعبد إذا أصحى نية لله عز وجل في كل عبادة يتضاعف ثواب قال سبحانه والله يضاعف لمن يشاء.
نعم. يلا أبا سمية.
إصلاح النية لله سبحانه وتعالى. وجعل بعض العلماء هذا الحديث مصدر في أول كتبهم، فإيماء منهم بأهمية إصلاح النية لله، سواء في طلب العلم أو غيره. فالبخاري أول الحديث وضعه في صحيحه حديث عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه: إنما الأعمال بالنيات. والحافظ المقدسي رحمه الله في عمودة الأحكام أول حديث وضعه هذا الحديث إنما الأعمال بالنيات.
هذا الحديث وضعه
هذا الحديث إنما الأعمال بالنيات. وكذا النووي هنا أول الحديث إنما الأعمال بالنيات، بل حتى قال بعضهم: ينبغي لكل مصنف أن يضع هذا الحديث في صدر مصنفه. فالعبد إذا أصلح النية لله عز وجل في كل عبادة يتضاعف ثواب. قال سبحانه: والله يضاعف لمن يشاء.
الله يبارك فيك يا حماد.
وهو إصلاح نيات لله سبحانه وتعالى. وجعل بعض علماء هذا حديثا مصدرا في الأول كتبه، فإيماء منه بأهمية إصلاح النية لله، سواء في طلب علم أو غيره. فالبخاري أول حديث وضعه في صحيحه حديث عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه: إنما أعمال بالنيات. وحافظ مقدسي رحمه الله في عمدة الأحكام أول حديث وضعه هذا حديث إنما أعمال بالنيات. وكذا نواوي هنا أول حديث إنما أعمال بالنيات، بل حتى قال بعضهم: ينبغي لكل مصنف أن يضع هذا الحديث في صدر مصنفه. فعبد مصنفه.
نعم، مصنف. And the fatah. Musannaf with a fatah on the noon is the author. Is the work. Musannif with a kasr on the noon is the author. Musannaf. Like Musannaf Ibn Abi Shayba, Musannaf Abdul Razak. So the book is the Musannaf. The Musannif is the one who wrote the book.
نعم مصنف فالعبد إذا أصلح نياته لله عز وجل في كل عبادة يتضاعف ثواب قال سبحانه والله لفت لمن يشاء.
Allah yudaifu liman yasha. We'll stop there, inshallah. That's basically our time. I figure that's about as much as we're going to read. These pages are a lot fuller than the previous pages, so we don't, and we might read a page a day, but some pages are not going to be completely full, right? As page number 6 is nothing, right? So we can skate through that one, right? Has nothing on it at all. I recommend, number one, anyone needs a PDF. The PDF is in the audio of this playlist, right? This playlist on YouTube, the PDF is in there inside the description of where you can listen to the speech of the Sheikh. I recommend that you do that. Number one, read this over and over, and as well listen to what the Sheikh said. And if we remember what we read yesterday from Thalathatul Usul, that when we finish it, we start over. So you should be reading Thalathatul Usul all over again. If not the Sharh, then the Matan. If not the Sharh, then the Matan. You should be reading just the text at least over and over until you understand it. Once you understand the Matan, then read the Sharh over and over until you understand it. Right? Same thing with Nawaqid al-Islam, Qawaid al-Arba, Thalathatul Usul. These books are important books for da'wah, for understanding Aqidah and Tawheed and Shirk. And so we should be reading them until we understand them in the original Arabic language. Right? And all the audios are there where you can listen. You want to listen along with reading, then the audio recitation of just Thalathatul Usul, Qawaid al-Arba, Nawaqid al-Islam, Arba'īn and Nawawiyyah, just the recitation of the book is there in the top of the playlist. As well as if you want to listen to the Sharh and read along with it and follow along with him as he talks, or try to follow along with him as he talks, then try it. It might be hard now, but within a week or two, less or more, a little, you're going to find the benefit in it. Allahu Alam. طيب أراكم غدا إن شاء الله تعالى بالنحو الواضح and then we'll continue with متون طالب العلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.